Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Demi, so we're going to hop right into it. So this is going to be a reading for those of you who resonate with being a catalyst. So that is your soul's blueprint for this lifetime. You were sent here to lead by example, by coming home to yourself and coming home to the Most High God. So you guys will be on a very conscious spiritual path, and other people within your family, like friends, those who are closely linked to you, who are surrounding you, so maybe in your neighborhood and community as well. But this is particularly to do with family, like God sent you into your bloodline for a particular reason, because you were supposed to be that spark to wake people up to come home to themselves. A lot of you are actually now being physically moved, and Spirit are talking about how 2020 to 2024 there was like a focus, a laser focus on death, and a lot of people will be taken back home to God's kingdom. And a lot of these people that were taken home through death were his catalysts, because the people around them weren't getting it. The people around them weren't getting it, and unfortunately for a lot of them, they still didn't get it even when these people passed away. But we need to be coming home now to ourselves, to the heart, to Christ, to becoming a christened being, to enlightenment, to being on that spiritual path. This is the whole part of coming into this realm. Earth is a school. About to say earth school. Earth is a school. We come here to clear a lot of karma. We come here to experience earthly pleasures, to experience joy, and to be around people that we've loved before in past lives and meet up with them again, and to experience this physical density. This is why we come here, but we also come here to ascend. We come here to be enlightened beings for our soul's growth, for our soul's evolution. And this is what a lot of people aren't getting, and I feel like a lot of people around you aren't getting this. So now you're being physically removed. You're not being removed through death. You're being physically removed because your life path isn't over. You still got people you haven't met yet. Your soul's tribe. You're supposed to be coming into unions, romantic and platonic, with your soul family, with people who are also like you, who would also come here to be that example and being shown Jesus. Some of you guys could be Christian or raised in a Christian household, but they're showing me Jesus because you are that Messiah. You are anointed. You are a chosen one because you've claimed and chosen yourself. You've chosen this path, even though it wasn't easy. So you could have people like watching you and looking at you and feel like it's all just like good luck, what's about to be coming in for you. Because again, a lot of you are being physically moved, but you're also being moved up in a higher vibration because you've been doing the work. So you're getting your spiritual inheritance. So things are going to start moving for you in your life, and other people can sense this. They can tell, so they're watching you. A lot of you are being watched very, very hard, but you know this and you don't care anymore. So in the past, I feel like you could have dealt with a lot of like evil eye, and maybe this annoyed you, like people sending you hate and evil eye because they're wanting you to be stuck. And now you're like, I'm not staying stuck, I'm gone, I don't care. So you're doing a lot of like cord cutting, a lot of releasing of people around you who were obviously choosing to stay stuck and not ascend. You're like, it's not my business, I did my part, it's not my business. We have here Watchtower of the East, spring, exactly that. You're being moved up higher, and you're being moved up into your spring, and you guys see the bigger picture. So you understand now that there are a lot of people around you are choosing to kind of live a more, I'm hearing, average life, not really strive for anything that is better, not strive to be in their spring. So a lot of people are choosing to settle and stay stuck. That's what it is. Stay in this like winter, this grey kind of world. And I'm being shown a movie. It's called They Live. And it's about this man who comes across these 3D glasses where he puts them on. He can basically see who people are. He sees who the NPCs are. He sees who the robots are. He sees who the zombies are. And then he can also see all these signs that say like obey and consumption, consume, obey, all of these things. He sees the truth. This is you guys. You have these 3D glasses like inbuilt within your psyche. What else, Spirit, do the collective need to hear and know right now? This spring as well, because we're in March and we're about to move into the spring equinox, is going to be very, very powerful for a lot of you guys. We have here, yeah, it's going to wake up your psychic abilities, your crown, I'm hearing. It's going to completely activate your crown. So a lot of you have been on this pathway to enlightenment for many, many years now. For a lot of you, it could have been a good decade, probably even more. We have responsibility, high priestess, high priest. This is what you're waking up into. And you are really understanding your soul. You are seeing yourself now through the eyes of God and through the eyes of the divine. This is how you see yourself now. And I feel like I'm hearing belittled. So a lot of people around you within your life, maybe when you're growing up, you could have been that person that was bullied and belittled. But you always knew at the back of your mind it was because of jealousy and envy. But when you're belittled from a young child, you kind of start seeing yourself through the eyes of these people. So maybe this is how you'd always seen yourself, and you had a lot of doubt, and you didn't necessarily see yourself as beautiful when it comes to the inside and when it comes to the outside. And now you're realizing who you are, and this is who you are. You are the star. You have so much light, so much power, so much light, so much grace, because you are a christened being. And people have always seen this about you ever since you were little, and this is what they were jealous of. So they were trying to pull you out of that. out of that energy. We have here symbolic awakening. Spring is very, very significant here. And straight away I'm drawn to these two lambs who are together. So you guys, I feel like you're going to be meeting a lot of more of your soul family. You could already have met a few of them. And I feel like you're going to be coming up into this higher timeline with a very, very significant friend. It's like a friend who you choose as family. It can also be a divine counterpart, a soulmate, like a romantic connection, your partner who you're moving up into a higher timeline. You're not going to be moving alone. So when you have to cut people out of your life or keep them at arm's length, sometimes you've done this throughout your life, and you kind of felt like you were then alone and you had to go into this hermit mode and you had to be that lone wolf. Now going forward, you won't be alone. You're going to be moving on up to a higher timeline with other people who are like you, who hold a similar blueprint, who hold a similar vibration. You're going to be moving on up and moving forward together. Some of you could be starting a business, like a creative endeavor with a friend, and it's going to be very, very successful. It's going to bring in your flowers, your spiritual flowers. So a lot of generational wealth and a lot of money will be coming in. Which next, Spirit? This deck here. So what do the collective need to hear right now? I'm wanting to ask, what portal are the collective at right now? The catalyst souls. What portal are the catalyst souls standing at right now, Spirit? We have halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So you're at a very, very significant point in your Akashic records, in your soul's records. This is destined. What is about to happen to you right now is fated and it's destined. It's like you're standing at a portal that's made of pure gold. It's made of pure gold, and you're realizing you too hold this sparks, these flecks of gold. You see all these lights here. I'm staring at this. This is within you. You hold this gold within you. So this doorway, this portal you're about to walk through, it is really and truly coming home. It's going to be a huge sigh of release, and you're going to feel like you finally belong and you are finally home within your body and within Mother Earth. Because again, you're being moved on up to a higher timeline. You're not being taken out of this realm, and you're finally going to feel like you belong and that you want to be here. So you could have always had something at the back of your mind being like, why am I even here? Like, why am I still here? Why hasn't God taken me home yet? And that's the wrong deck. And now you're going to realize why. You're going to understand why you were on Earth and why you still need to be here for many, many years going forward. What else, Spirit? Because you have soul contracts of people you haven't even met yet. And these people too hold these flickers and these specks of gold, of the divine, of God within them. And they've awakened to this. They've claimed this. So you're being moved towards these people now. Because I feel like a lot of people around you, they're just stuck and they're stuck in the mud. But they're keeping themselves stuck in the mud. And you don't have time for it anymore. It's boring. You're over it. What else, Spirit? Jeez. Okay, we have here, this is the thing. Things are going to be moving fast now going forward. We have Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. So your throat chakra is really, really activating because you stepped into your truth. You're not afraid to put people in their place anymore. So for a lot of catalyst souls, there is actually like a wounding when it comes to you speaking up. Because again, I'm hearing bullying. So a lot of you would have experienced being bullying or being ostracized and feeling like you don't necessarily fit in with your family. Even if you didn't necessarily go through like any abuse in your childhood, you just would have always felt like you were different and you didn't belong. It's this sense of a belonging, this wound that is now being healed because you know that you belong to yourself. You know you belong to God, and you know you belong to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth and both God have wanting you to be here in this lifetime, and you're really connecting to this truth now and you're standing in it. A lot of you have very, very powerful speaking abilities, which may shock a lot of people because maybe throughout your life, I'm hearing like a stutter. So maybe some of you had a stutter, maybe you had a speech impediment, or you just didn't speak up for yourself. You could have been that people pleaser that just always said yes when you really wanted to say no. And these people around you knew you wanted to say no, but they still didn't honor that. They would just push on your boundaries because you may not have had any boundaries. But there's always spiritual boundaries there. So on a human level, you may not have had boundaries, but on a soul level, there was always boundaries there. And other people can tell this, but they're still just going to not honor it and push on it. But you're not going to allow that anymore. You're holding this sword of truth. Archangel Michael's sword, you are holding it and you have your wings. And see all these colours here that's coming out. There could be a lot of orbs and a lot of flashes of colours around you guys at the moment. But I feel like this is your aura right now. You have like a rainbow aura and there's a lot of gold within your aura. Because this is what you're a match to now. You're a match to colour. You're a match to joy. You're a match to life. You want to live now. I'm seeing that movie again. They live. They live. We have here Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Exactly that. You're rising on up into your Isis. Into your high priest and high priestess. This is why we had that card come out earlier. Where is it? This one here. So that's that double confirmation that you have a very, very powerful supernatural abilities. I feel like for a lot of you, I'm hearing telekinesis, but also hearing other people's thoughts. So being telepathic, you're going to be literally like making people want to wear a tinfoil hat when they're around you. I'm seeing someone be like, get out of my head, why are you reading my thoughts? Like, and someone could like, it could be like a joke where you're like finishing someone's sentences, or they know that you're reading their thoughts, and they could like leave the room and come back and they look like a tinfoil hat on. But that message is coming through for somebody. Maybe someone already does this to you in your life. And then we have here, Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness, you are what you seek. And this is what you've been seeking, the Holy Grail, the cup floweth over. And again, this portal, you're at this portal of pure gold. You're at God's portal, God's kingdom, his door. But again, you're not going home. So some of you could feel like you are literally dying. Like the death and rebirth you were having right now, the ego death, the level up that you were going through right now, and your ascension symptoms, you could literally feel like you're dying. I feel like your crown, is like your higher chakras are doing a madness. And I'm hearing a sound, it's kind of like a do. It's almost like your soul is going in, out, in, out, in, out. Maybe this is what you feel. You're feeling like, you're like, am I dying? Like, what the hell is going on? Yes, on some level you're going through a huge death, and you need to honor that, and you need to allow the old you to die, because you're not going to recognize yourself and your life moving forward. So you do need to allow this death to happen, and you're going to be reborn into that phoenix. But you won't need to constantly be rising from the ashes like you have in the past. What else, Spirit? This deck. What else do the collective need to hear right now? Can I just get a few cards? We have opportunity beckons, and there's one hiding underneath that, manifest. I feel like there's a gift coming in, right? So there's going to be an opportunity coming in, but it also has another gift that is hidden underneath. So this card here was hiding underneath this one. I just thought it was one. And I'm hearing the world is your oyster. So you're going to have an opportunity coming in. It could be coming through from a person that you're about to meet. Again, you will know them by their shininess, because they have a light like yours, and by how they hold their head up. So they're going to hold their head up high. It could be how this person walks. Maybe they strut like an angel. Maybe they walk with confidence. They could even be an earth angel and not actually a person. But they're bringing a realization or an opportunity to you. And they too hold this spark of God that you hold within you. This is how you're going to recognize them. This is how you're going to see them. But I feel like there's also another gift that is hidden, that is going to be coming in straight away. I feel like it's coming in with a person, with an opportunity that is about to be offered to you. It's like somebody's been watching you, and they've been watching you for a while. I feel like you guys would have been picking up on this. You can feel it. You're very, very psychic. That's too many. Can we get a few cards from this deck, please, Spirit? You're very, very psychic, so you pick up on a lot of things, more than other people would like to admit. So people do know how intuitive you are, how psychic you are, but they don't always want to admit it, because this is the thing. People want to be able to hide. Obviously, you don't want to be walking around thinking that other people can hear your thoughts. Like, human beings generally want to be able to hide, or want to be that mystery and keep things to themselves. It's like being around you, they can't. They are like... You just, this is people, and you just open the box and you just read them, and you're reading them to shit, and you just know, like, you know that everything they've been through, you know their wounds, you know their strengths, you know their weaknesses, you see everything, and it makes people feel naked and feel vulnerable, and they kind of want to hide. And again, I'm being shown the tinfoil hat that is coming through. And then we have here dimensional gateway and invitation. This is it. You're at this portal, you're at this door, and it's gold. And you have these wings. This is the only reason you can see this doorway to God's kingdom. This is the only reason that you are a match to it, because you're in that vibration. And he has called you home, and you have answered the call. So every single human being on earth gets a call from God. And he never hangs up. He doesn't leave a voicemail. And he won't call back. He just leaves it ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. And this ringing will get louder and louder. And then people will get to the point where they can't ignore it, and they pick up. But there's a lot of people who are still trying to ignore it. And it's got to that point where it's not even a ring. It's like in their ear. And they're still choosing not to pick up because they don't want to. So they don't get to come to this door. They don't get to come to this portal. They don't get to cling on to your leg while you're flying up to it. They don't get to do that. There with all their baggage and suitcases. They need to deal with all that crap and let it go first. And then they get the key to get to this doorway, because you need the key that is a frequency. You need to hold that certain frequency. You need to be that person. You need to be that version of yourself to see this door. What else, Spirit? Some of you could be here to teach the world about quantum leaping and about timeline jumping. We have here, as above, so below, heaven and earth. You see, this is like a mirroring effect going on. The mirroring. Again, I'm getting quantum leaping with this. And it does kind of like look like a portal, the way it's reflected within the water. Where it's kind of making an electromagnetic field. It looks like, you know, the field that comes out of the heart. That's what it looks like. So you guys are really tapped into this, and you've tapped into this technology. I'm hearing this technology that human beings don't necessarily understand about themselves. You've tapped into it. But again, you were very, very connected to what is sacred, both on earth and in the heavens. You're very tapped into what is sacred, and you respect life. You respect people. You respect humanity. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people around you who don't have that same respect. So they've got to go. This deck. What else, Spirit? And your ancestors will be ushering a lot of people out of your life. You will be having a lot of dreams of passed over loved ones. And they're telling you to take heed. We have here, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Exactly that. You could even have passed over loved ones coming into your dreams, apologizing for how they treated you when they were earthside. Because remember, when we pass back over and you leave behind this humanness, this human body of who you were and all of your hang-ups, they see. This is when they're able to see. So a lot of them have become that elder on the other side. So on this side, earth side, they were just old. They didn't necessarily understand things about life. They could have been walking around a bit like a know-it-all, you know. They thought they knew everything, and maybe they kind of put you down because they realized that you had this wisdom that they didn't have at a younger age. That's coming through for somebody. But on the other side, it's like they've grown up and they've come into this wisdom. They see more now. They've been doing a lot of healing on the other side. They've become this elder, and they could have been coming in your dreams apologizing. But for others of you, you just have a very powerful ancestor who would often appear to you holding a staff, who's been coming in your dreams, who's been leading the way now. They've been assisting you come into this golden door, to this golden portal. What else, Spirit? We have, I'm taking the two that have turned over. We have Seer. See beyond the current situation. Another confirmation that you're a powerful high priest and high priestess. You're a very powerful seer. I'm also hearing a scryer. Some of you could use a pendulum to scry. I'm just seeing someone use a pendulum to scry on a map. Some of you could have an ability to locate missing people or locate missing things. Maybe this is like a service you you provide or you will provide in the future. But you have a very, very powerful clairvoyance and a very powerful inner knowing. And we have here Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. And I'm seeing the scene from The Matrix where I think it's a little girl, it could be the boy, and they bend the spoon. There's something about you guys bending time and space. You've tapped into that technology that every human being holds. When you get to a higher level, you know how to bend time and space. You could have like weird things happening around you where like your hand goes through something. Like it literally goes through the veil or goes through a portal. Maybe you're even seeing a veil or a portal, and I'm being shown a woods. It looks like a woods, or either looks like a desert. It's like a place where you could go hiking within the desert. Because I'm just seeing sand, and I'm seeing it's kind of like rocks that have like that kind of that sandy color, the beige color, but also a reddy color. I'm not sure where that is. Now I'm hearing San Francisco. Some of you guys could be from San Francisco. Maybe you'll visit there in the future. What else, Spirit? We have, that's too many. It wasn't Ankh though, so you guys could be seeing the Ankh, or maybe you have that jewelry and you wear it all the time, but you could be seeing that symbol everywhere. And this is because you have tapped in to the creator within you. We have, can't say that, Domatef, Earth Spirit. This is the thing, I feel like you're very, very grounded right now. Which may feel a bit ironic because you're seeing yourself through the eyes of your soul. You're really tapped into your soul, your Akashic records, your soul's records. But you're also very, very grounded. And this is the thing. This is what happens when you truly ascend and you come into that enlightened being. You also come into your humanness on a whole new level. You understand that it's more about saving like a bigger group of people than just saving the one. I don't know why that's coming through for someone. Saving the bigger group of people than just saving the one. Like it's not just about one person, it's about the whole collective. We have Imhotep, Temple Healing. And I feel like you guys, if you're very, very powerful seers like that, you're going to be healers as well. Because there's something about wounds. You can see people's wounding. You can probably see people's inner child, and where their inner child needs healing. Maybe that is another service you guys provide, or you will in the future. Because it keeps coming through about you providing a service when it comes to your supernatural abilities, when it comes to your spiritual gifts. You will be doing this. And you see here how he's holding the scroll. So again, you're at a very fated and very destined time. And I wanted to say don't give up, but I feel like I don't even need to say don't give up, because you are ready. You are here. You're at this door. You're at this portal. You see this gold behind him? God has called you home to his kingdom, and you're right there. Like, I'm hearing, don't need to ask me twice. You're literally there by the door, ringing the doorbell like, God, I'm here. I'm ready. What else, Spirit? And he knows you're ready. He can see you're ready now. Because this is the thing. We can't hide from the Most High, from Spirit, whether we're ready for something or not. But God can see you are ready now. So it's going to be coming in, and it's coming in fast. It's going to be different for all of you. I'm seeing a 4. You could be seeing 4s everywhere, like 444. So that's protection. That's being connected to angels in the angelic realm. It's also stability and a foundation. We have here little me, she loves to feel free, dancing around and swinging from trees, armoured with light and a forgiving heart, tough little one right from the start, fragmented past lives, ancestral ley lines. There she found the key to her I and we. Now holding the pot of gold from the end of the rainbow, she's following her dreams that her soul wrote out divinely. Exactly that. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. She's following her dreams that her soul wrote out divinely. So you guys, you're about to reach a dream, not just a goal. You're about to reach a dream that you've had since you were little. It's about to come true. And I feel like a few prayers at once are about to come true, and they're all going to come in at once. We have here, never come to a woman without an offering. When she's open to receive, you better aim to please. Sitting pretty in her femininity, you know you want to take a bite. Don't make a mistake and take flight. I know the goddess's light is ever so bright. Get on her wrong side, she may give you a fright, but never acts out of spite. She'll serve karmic retribution whilst being polite. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Treat her with respect or spend your life addicted to porn. The sweet street smart men get all her goodies. Morning, she says, wearing his hoodie. He speaks to her nice, so he gets her loving twice. Eve made no mistake, the snake didn't lead her astray. This is the nature of a woman, to tempt and be tempted. What a boring realm this would be without lust and envy. The siren lives in every womb. Deep in the waters you can hear her call. Men, take heed, don't act a fool, or she'll sing you a pretty song and the rest of your life will be on snooze. So you guys, your divine feminine energy, you're really sitting in it right now. You're sitting in that energy where you're ready to receive. I'm seeing someone on their throne, and there's a crown being placed on your head, and this crown's being placed on your head by your ancestors. They chose you to be the one in this lifetime to break those chains, to break those cords. And for a lot of them, it's even your ancestors who are keeping your family, certain family members at bay, who haven't been doing the work, who would actually stifle and hold the whole bloodline back. They're moving these people out the way. They've had enough. You know that saying where people sometimes say that people make mistakes or make dumb decisions, like your ancestors would be like rolling in the grave. Like that is what is coming through, and they are at some people within your family. This one here says, put the brush to the pad and paint what you see. No longer will life feel like a horror movie. You're bringing the astral realm to earth, protected by the sacred mandala, comfortable in darkness but moving to lighter zones. That inner godly spark is about to leave its mark, not only on the world but creation itself. Misery loves company is never really true. You were just disconnected from the catalyst in you. It's divine time, so grab a glass of red wine, the Bob Marley kind, full-bodied, goes down a treat. New downloads and codes incoming. Remember, light energy is cold, so turn down the heat. Fine-tune your nervous system to its natural state. Now I can hear spirit shouting dinner date. To you guys, there is about to be a huge date coming through, and this date is a date between you and God. It's between your soul and God. So you wrote down within your contract before you incarnated that you would meet up and have it's like a check-in point with God at this point, and you've made it to this check-in point. Because you've always been following your heart. You've been following that call. You've been following that nudge. You've been following the yellow brick road and walking to the beat of your own drum. Even when you were faced with adversity. Even when other people were trying to pull you down. I've been shown the crabs in the pot. So when it's boiling, some crabs were trying to get out and escape. And the other crabs are all going to pull them down. I feel like this is what is what was happening within you, within your family. It may not have always been happening like physically, that they were showing they were trying to hold you back. It's more like energetically and spiritually. And I feel like a lot of you hold a lot of people on your energetic and spiritual back, and now you're like, fuck off. Everyone get off my back, I'm standing up. And as you stand up and you fling these people off your back, you get taller and taller and taller and taller in the energetic realm and in the spiritual realm. You could be noticing right now that animals are just staring at you. They're just so intrigued at you. They're staring at you because they're seeing this. They're seeing how big you are in the spirit world. They're seeing that you were at this door and you were at this portal. They could literally be following you and staring at you. I'm getting like stalking. It can be by like cats and dogs. And you may notice, even if this happens usually, that more people's dogs, when they're out on a walk, could be jumping right at you. And then they're kind of staring at you and they don't want to leave you. They could even try and follow you. And the owner's like, come on, come on. Like, and they'll be like, sorry, I don't usually act like this. It'll be something like that they'll say. They don't usually act like this. It'll be the animals who don't do that to everyone. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah. So that's all the messages that is coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. And I'll see you in another video.